Close to the mic.
Okay, good.
It's music from Brent Christopher and Smiling here on Passport Approved, and hopefully so far so good, and you're smiling all the way through your Saturday morning listening to this great international music here on Passport Approved on indie1031.com. Before that we heard from New Zealand's Evermore, giving us Boys and Girls from their new album Truth to the World, Welcome to the Show, and that is currently available as an import on Warner Music out of New Zealand. It is Passport Approved, as I mentioned, and joining me in the studio we have Danny and Phil from the band Cashier No. 9. Good morning.
Hey, Sat, how you doing?
Not too bad, thank you. It's been nice talking about football, tea and coffee this morning with you guys.
Yeah, well, it's good to meet a fellow Liverpool supporter.
You know, the funny thing was the artist before you guys live, and he's also a Liverpool fan. It seems like Liverpool is in the air this morning.
Absolutely. Bit of Man United here, which is sad, but well, not much we can do about it.
That's right. So Cashier No. 9. First and foremost, I have to ask you, because Cashier No. 9 is not like your typical band name. What inspired you to come up with the name Cashier No. 9? Were you guys cashiers or?
I kind of worked in a coffee shop and was a cashier there, and then it's also a bit of a reference to the Beatles track Revolution No. 9.
I see. Okay, yeah, because I saw the name Cashier No. 9. I'm like, either they were cashiers or they hope to be cashiers at a grocery store one day.
Hopefully not.
At least you're in charge of the cash, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, there's no cash at the minute, but hopefully at some stage.
So, you know, Ireland has obviously been known for its big music scene. Northern Ireland, maybe not as much, but there's obviously a rich history of music from Northern Ireland, and maybe you can tell us a bit about the local music scene. I mean, what's been happening in your backyard? What's inspired you back home?
Well, it's really healthy at the minute. There's loads of really great bands. There's always loads of bands, you know, kicking around anyway. But at the moment, apart from ourselves, there's bands like
Robin G. Shields.
yeah, Robin G. Shields, and So I Watch You From Afar are brilliant as well. Kind of like a heavier Sigur Rós. And then, you know, there's the bigger bands like Snow Patrol and stuff kicking about. So there's a few good bands representing, you know. So.
And Cashier No. 9 itself, I mean, what's been like the story behind the band?
Well, we've been going for like a year and a half now, properly, you know, and we're over here recording our first record with David Holmes. He's producing the record. And,
Is this Dave Holmes, producer and composer?
yeah.
Yeah, the very one. That guy there. The United guy.
Oh, I didn't know that. You know,
The fat ginger bloke in the corner.
Wow. Well, I've been a big fan of your work. Welcome. And
Thank you.
such a humble guy. And if you didn't support Man United, I'd actually
Shake his hand.
Maybe you give him a hug as well, because I love your work.
Thank you.
No, it's brilliant. It's brilliant having David on board and playing out here and just getting the album finished. It sounds absolutely amazing. So far so good. We're all very excited. We've had a really productive week and just kind of had smiles on our faces all week, just enjoying the songs and seeing them take shape. So yeah, it's all good in the Cashier camp at the minute.
So I'm sure David's made a few cash in his lifetime, hasn't he? With all of his great work. No, he's nodding his head. So how has it been working with someone like David so far? Obviously, he does amazing work, and from what I've heard so far...
I'm going to leave the room now.
Oh, God. No, don't be so
So you
shy.
can slag him off. No, it's been brilliant, because, you know, not just because, you know, he's a great producer, but, you know, we've been getting on like mates, you know, during the whole process. So it's kind of like a big brother friend helping us out, and you know, he's been getting the best out of us as well.
So get the people for the Kleenex here.
Yeah.
We'll have to always do like a separate interview with you, Dave, sometime, because it sounds like, you know, you've obviously got some amazing work that you've done, but obviously we're here to talk about Cashier No. 9, but we'll have to talk about it separately. But tell us a bit about the album. I mean, what can we expect? I mean, we've heard music such as 42nd West Avenue, which is very inspiring, and you also have just brought into the studio a brand new track called Gold Star, which from listening to the song for about 60 seconds, sounds pretty mesmerising.
It's a bloody classic.
Yeah.
It's a classic. No, the album, yeah, Danny, you wrote it. You tell us about it.
It sounds very
eclectic.
Yeah, it's got a great theme to the old record. We're using a lot of old gear, vintage gear in the studio. And what's the guy's desk? What's it called?
Wally Hyder, like he
Wally
was a
Hyder.
famous like engineer in the '60s, and everything went through this desk from like Crosby, Stills and Nash, and Doors, and the Byrds, and the Beach Boys, Smiley Smile. Parts of that was recorded on this desk, so
Neil Young as well.
you feel like you're working with this real piece of history. And
Even Snoop Dogg.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
We've had a few session guys in with.
so quite a vintage sound for this modern world.
Absolutely. Yes, we worked with a real musical hero the other day, a guy called Tommy Morgan, who's a harmonica player, and he's recorded again with everyone from the Beach Boys to the Carpenters, Dean Martin, and he was like having him around as an inspiration. And he played on the Gold Star track that we're going to listen to soon. So
We did this sort of.
So this is actually a world premiere. It's never been played on the radio anywhere in the world before.
yeah, I mean it's kind of, there's wee bits and pieces need edited and levels and things need to be. We're going to do that this afternoon actually, but generally it's all there, and you know, as I said earlier, we're all really excited about it. It sounds great.
can I just say something?
Of course. Jump on in, Dave.
There's actually a load of editing to be done. Like sort of, there's loads of things in there that shouldn't be there, like timpani rolls and stuff, and it's not mixed. And there's so much stuff that Danny has written that you actually can't hear dynamically in the track. So
We
this
know
is
Dave.
a world premiere, unfinished.
A world unfinished premiere here on Passport of Food on Indie 1031, and Dave, don't worry, it's going to be our little secret amongst ourselves and all of our friends listening online around the globe. So without further delay, we give you Cashier number 9 and a song called Gold Star here on Passport Approved on Indie 1031.